Hey everyone, let's compare Copic, Ohuhu, and Chartpak AD markers and see which one is the best for you. I drew a variety of styles of clothing designs on marker paper and I drew it in pencil. Let's start off with Copic. I'm using the brush nib. I absolutely love the brush nib. I feel like you can draw small or large strokes with the brush depending on how you hold the marker. It also has a chisel nib, but I find myself not using it as often because I feel like the brush is so versatile. The brush is relatively soft and flexible. You don't have to put too much pressure on it when you're using it. If you enjoy painting, it's a similar sensation. Up next is the Ohuhu marker. I'm using the chisel nib. The nib is a bit stiff, especially compared to the Copic marker. It's not really a negative, it's more of a preference. The Ohuhu also has a fine point nib, which is good for more small detailed areas. Here I'm using the Chartpak AD marker. It only has one nib. The nib is a tri-nib design, meaning you can create a thin, medium, or a thick line depending on the angle that you hold the marker. I find this to be much faster to color in illustrations versus constantly flipping the marker back and forth and changing which nib that you use. And this chisel is the widest out of the other two. It's not too soft, but it's not too stiff. I feel like it's just right. I am adding in the accessories. I wanted to design something feminine, so I did 3 variations of the same red dress, different lengths, different necklines, but kind of the same concept. I'm adding like cute little Mary Jane shoes. They're trendy and in style now, so why not? I am drawing the outline with a Prismacolor pencil. This is obviously like an optional step, but I personally like the way a colored pencil outline looks on fashion illustrations. It's something I've always done. I feel like it just can give your drawing the final pop to it. Let's talk about price. Copic markers are around $8 per marker and around $3.50 each when you buy in bulk. Ohuhu markers are significantly cheaper, coming in at $2.50 per marker and around 50 cents per marker when you buy in bulk. Chartpak AD markers are the most expensive, coming in at $10 per marker. However, the bulk price is around $3.50 per marker. Copic has 358 colors to choose from. I am using color YG67. These 3 outfits aren't going to be an exact color match. I am just using colors that I already have in my marker collection, and I am doing my best to match it with the other brands. Ohuhu has 481 colors. I am using color 42 for this top. Chartpak AD has 131 colors available to choose from. I am using the color P30. 131 is still a lot of colors when you think about it, but it's just not as many as Copic or Ohuhu. For these looks, I got inspired by the trend of pairing a sporty top with a lace bottom. This isn't my personal style, but I thought it would be fun to draw something different. Speaking of different styles, I wanted to say thank you so much to Fashionary for sending me their new book, Stylepedia. This book goes over styles, trends, subcultures, all the way from the 1920s to the current era. It's so cool how it's laid out. There's illustrations that show the style and the key pieces of how it's worn, and it gives you a little bit of a brief history on this specific style. If you are one of the first 1,000 to purchase the Stylepedia book, you will get a complimentary pouch. How cute. And it has this like bright blue liner on the inside. I really recommend Fashionary as a whole. I have a lot of their books and sketchbooks, and as well as their fashion draw app. You can use my code Natalia10 for 10% off your Fashionary order. Okay, back to the illustrations. I'm finishing up coloring in the rugby inspired dresses with the blue stripes, and I'm leaving some room for the sheer skirts and the sheer panels. With this Copic, I'm doing the base layer for the skirt, and as you can see, it's very translucent. For the Ohuhu marker, I'm doing the base layer of the skirt. It's not as transparent as the Copic, but it still looks good. I am doing the base layer for the Chartpak AD marker, and it's semi-translucent. I am adding in the polka dots for the skirt. It's to show where that lace portion is. Then I do that with all 3 of them. I am just going in with colored pencil and drawing in that little lace design to get this sheer effect. Copic markers are refillable, so if you draw a lot, this is definitely a plus for you. Some Ohuhu markers are refillable as well. This is a new feature by Ohuhu. Chartpak AD markers are not refillable, but I have to say that the Chartpak markers last quite a long time. This is me speaking from experience. I don't have a dark brown Copic marker, so I'm layering gray, brown, and black to kind of match the color of the other two. I think the color is nice on all three of these. I am adding in some accessories and some bright pink boots for these three girls. Copic markers are alcohol-based markers and they have a low odor. It's a slight alcohol marker smell, but it's not very noticeable. The Ohuhu markers are also alcohol-based and they have a low odor to them. I don't have an exact color match, so I am drawing the last illustration in green instead of blue. Chartpak AD markers are xylene-based. They have a distinctive, sweet but toxic smell to them. I personally don't mind the smell because it's kind of nostalgic. It reminds me of fashion illustration class in fashion school. I do recommend working in a well-ventilated area with these markers though. I enjoy using all three of these brands. I hope this video can help you choose the right marker for you and see how the layering looks and how the colors look, how the blending looks. I'm not exactly a marker expert. My preferred medium is colored pencil and gouache, but I hope this video was helpful for you. This is the final lineup. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.